The Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro and the Pixel Buds Pro are the two new flagship earbuds on the market, with nothing coming in with their own ear one buds. Sony, where you at with the WF-XM5s? There are a lot of options for TWS ANC earbuds, so let's hash it out to see who wins the battle of the buds. Also, I need to know a couple things. The ear ones have been with me the longest since like last year. The Pixel Buds around a month or two back, and we just received the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. The other thing is, though the ear ones are Nothing's flagship earbuds, because they're the only earbuds Nothing has, they're here on the basis of what's new and how it stands out against Google and Samsung's latest flagship buds. First off, the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, out of the box, these are the most comfortable earbuds I've ever used in a long time. I'm not just talking about how soft the ear tips are, but the material used for these buds are soft to the touch as well, and with their ergonomic design, which is Samsung's enhanced wind flow technology, reduces ear canal pressure, and I have to say they're comfortable to listen to as well. And I think to note is that the satin is used for the case as well as the earbuds, so everything is just nice and soft. ANC wise, it does well at cancelling out noises from the low to mid ranges, though you can still hear stuff on the higher side. Next up are the Google Pixel Buds Pro. They are best described as a no-nonsense pair of buds that sound and feel great. We got the ones in charcoal and they look stealthy and are low profile. ANC is great on these things, not because it's adaptive volume but adaptive ANC, so it still works at the lower volumes pretty well. Lastly, we have Nothing's Ear 1, and they too were a surprise. Nothing has started off strong with these earbuds when it comes to their signature clear aesthetics. Of course, this cannot compare with the bigger boys like Samsung and Google's earbuds, but they definitely have their own domain within its price range. ANC wise, you honestly get the performance that you pay for, with a lot of the higher end mid ranges still being quite audible. I've been using them for a couple months now, and I tried to drown out the noises by playing heavy music at the highest volume like I do, from bands like Chamber of Malice and Loath, but I think I damaged the right side of the buds, so noise hits like myself would definitely need something that can last. But they are perfect if you're looking for something that's cheaper, and if you don't listen to the kind of music I listen to for long periods at a time. So now down to the comparisons. The cases between the three are all nice and compact, with the Nothing being the largest of the three. The Nothings will slip out of your hands because they're made of plastic and will get scratched up pretty easily, so you may want to put them in a pouch, which I kind of wish Nothing gave in their box, but it is what it is. The little depression in the middle is a nice little grip to open up the case and pop the buds out, but because the area is so wide, it might get a little finicky placing the buds back in and taking them out, because they will sort of glide around the surface. I'm just hoping the second iteration, or the Ear 2s, would have deeper charging chambers for the buds. All in all, they are real pretty to look at and are definitely a conversation piece. So the Ear ones give you 4 hours of playtime, with 24 hours in total with the case. The Pixel Buds Pro case, which is basically an egg, has a sort of matte finish and feels comfortable to grip, but because it's white, dirt and other stuff gets caught on it pretty quickly. Other than that, it's super easy to remove and put back the buds in because they slide right in. So they're up to 7 hours of listening time, with 20 hours with the case in total with ANC on. The Samsung Buds 2 Pros, on the other hand, has the smallest form factor and has the most comfortable material of the three. I'd say it's like taking the two best things from the Nothings and Pixel Buds cases. It's small, it's comfortable, the bore bubble looks great, the presentation of the buds are what I wanted to see, and they're secure and easy to pull out like the Pixel Buds Pros. It's a solid case, with 5 hours of listening time and with 18 hours in the case. So the Pixel Buds beat the other two out in battery life, but the Samsungs are great in terms of the case. Again, the Nothings are not in the same weight category as the other two, and it's literally their first offering, so I'm a bit more forgiving. The Samsung Buds 2 Pro sound is managed by AKG, and it's a bouncy bass, especially when listening to tracks like Underwater by the Taiwanese math rock outfit Elephant Gym, and the highs and mids are clear when it comes to instrumentation and vocals, even without the EQ options. It seems like they added a little extra bass in the bass EQ, but that's a plus for me, and I'm guessing a lot of other people out there who like bassier tracks. However, I will say that there are only minor adjustments made to the Buds 2 Pro from its predecessor, the first gen Galaxy Buds Pro, so if you have those, you're not going to notice much of a difference in terms of performance unless your ears are tuned like an audiophile. But they're a strong introduction to what Samsung has to offer if you're looking to hop on their train for audio products, and if you're already using an Android phone or preferably a Samsung. The Pixel Buds, on the other hand, listen to songs like Toes Goodbye, Charlie XCX's Hot Bodies, and heavier tracks like Heaven's Broken Heart by Boundaries. The Pixel Buds Pro does relatively well. On Goodbye, the drivers in the Pixel Buds handle the acoustic guitar pretty well. However, there's a little added bass and treble to its EQ. So when the instrumentation gets a little more complex, it makes it hard to appreciate those parts. But honestly, if you're just an average Joel, these work fine and you won't really notice it. The extra bass helps with the thumping of Charlie's tracks, and with how abrasive Boundaries tone sounds, the louder bass and treble give us what us noise head want. Loud volumes with some semblance of clarity. The Nothing Ear ones are EQ'd for the low and mid ranges compared to other earbuds in their price range, which are usually bass heavy to the point it's literally just bass. But that doesn't mean they've neglected the bass tones. There's just more accurate low and mid range frequency responses. Listening to Cover Shibuya, the kick of the drum plays out noticeably with the bass hitting nicely as Yvette hits her lead guitar notes loud and clear. There's more clarity in the bass EQ, but there's also an option for changing the EQ to boost the bass for a little more kick in the lower frequencies, and one for clarity that focuses on the mids and pulls the notch down on the highs and lows, which leads me into this. All three have preset EQ options in their apps, but it wouldn't hurt to let us customize our own EQs, especially at the price we're paying for the Samsung and Pixel Bud Pros. I get the ease of access for others, but I think having some room for experimentation would be great. Also, I won't really say much about the microphones on these buds, but I'll let you hear how they sound like, so leave a comment below and tell me which one's your favorite.
This is how the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros sound like in a busy office. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. These are how the Pixel Buds Pro sound like in a busy office. This is how the Pixel Buds Pro's microphone sounds like in a busy office. 1, 2, 3. These are the Google Pixel Buds.
Busy office,
Yeah, busy office. This is how the Nothing Ear ones sound like in a busy office. Very busy office. Very busy office. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is how they sound like. This is how the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros sound like on a busy street. There's a lot of vents going on, and you can hear how the microphone quality sounds like as we're walking through this busy street. Cool thing about these Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros is that you can turn on ambient mode while you guys are on a call, so you can hear your surroundings so much better compared to the other two. And yeah, these are the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. This is how the Google Pixel Buds Pro sound like on a busy street. We're outside right now. There's no construction going on. People are walking around. Cars are passing by. So yeah, this is how they sound like. This is the Nothing Ear ones. This is how they sound like on a busy street. We are walking and crossing the road right now. So this is how they sound like in a very busy environment on the street level. So yeah, Nothing Ear ones.
Also, just for you runners and gym rats out there, the Pixel Buds Pros and Nothing Ear ones have an IPX4 rating, while the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro have an IPX7 rating, so you don't have to worry about them getting wet and not working. Lastly, their companion apps, the Samsung Buds 2 Pro and Google Pixel Buds Pro, have a range of similar features, while the Nothing app is super minimal. They work relatively well with locating your bud services and whatnot, but I had to say the fit testing feature of the Samsung and Google apps remains to be seen if they help or not. If anything, it feels like a sort of pseudo test to reassure that the fit is great, but other than that, it's quite All in all, I would pick the Samsungs purely for how comfortable they are, its presentation, and the way it sounds. But if I had to recommend something, it would be the Google Pixel Buds, because you save a couple bucks without compromising on sound and features, and also its battery lasts a lot longer than the other two. The Nothing Ear ones are definitely up there for me for buds in this price range, but of course there are other earbuds out there that offer the same quality with more customizability. So Nothing has a lot more to learn, but they have started off remarkably well for their first offering. And if you like these kinds of comparison videos, follow us on all of our socials here, leave a like and comment, and subscribe to us. We have a ton of content coming your way.